What's going on, Paisanos? V here, and today I have a new version of Bystial branded. This deck is absolutely insane. We just went 4-0 at locals with it. Every game we won dice roll. We won all dice rolls. But we won every game won by locking our opponent out. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below. I'm going to go over everything, and we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff afterwards. We're going to go over main side extra, and then afterwards I'm going to come back around, and I'll tell you why certain cards are for certain choices and stuff. Alright, it is a 45 card count, by the way, in my main deck. So we're going 3 Aluber, 3 Fallen Albaz, 2 Tribegame Courier, 3 Nibiru, 1 Despian Tragedy, 1 Spriggan's Kit, 1 Ross Disciple, 1 Blazing Cartesia, 1 Albion, 1 Ablibiton. We have 1 Bystial Lobelion, 1 Bystial Baldrake, 3 Bystial Saraniers. So this is the monster lineup. For the spell lineup, we're going to go 3 Branded Fusion, we're going to go 3 Branded Opening, 3 Allure of Darkness, double Fusion deployment, 2 Book of Eclipse, 1 Obs, 1 Branded Regain, 1 Branded Lost, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Branded in Red, Branded in White, Gold Sark, and Foolish Burial. So that's the spell lineup. For the traps, it's very simple. Branded Banishment, Branded Retribution, and Branded Expulsion. Alright, for the extra deck, I don't think nothing really changed, to be honest with you. We're going to be still running Double Mirror Jade. Oh no, something did change. Double Mirror Jade, Double Lubellion, Double Albion, Granganol, Guardian Cometa, Ringbrum, Masquerade, Dragostopelia, Despian Quartus, Garura, Despian Quartus, Despian Croskinion, and actually we're playing a 3rd Albion, so actually he goes right there. Alright, for the side deck, we're running 1 Harpy's Philister, 1 Dark Hole, a playset of Super Poly, 1 Book of Eclipse, double Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 3 Spear Mode, 3 Evenly Matched, and 1 Branded Beast. So we're going to go through this deck backwards and forwards. So what we're going to do is we'll start with the side deck, then we'll talk extra, and then we'll talk main. For the side deck, we're playing 1 Branded Beast. I'm not a big fan of this card. I don't like this card. I think the card's not that good. But the reality of the situation is if you play against a deck that wants to play a lot slower, a lot more controlling kind of game, this is going to be the card you're going to want to need. I'm looking at you, Labyrinth, and this is a card you're ideally going to want to have to help control that game state. So that's why we're playing this card. It's the main reason why it's in. It's for slower controlling matches. That's it right there. We're also still running 3 Ely matches. Obviously, it's still the best card. I would like to run Lightning Storms, but to be honest with you, I've started out Lightning Storms, and Ely matches is still a much better card. We put in Spear Modes. Last time we were playing with 2 Lava Golems, and the reason why we're playing 3 Spear Modes is because Kashiras can lock out all your spells and traps. This is what's going to be able to save you. Well, this is Nibiru. There it is, Nibiru. This is what's going to be able to save you. And against Kashiras, they lock out all 5 spell and traps. This is exactly how you're going to be able to get in and how you're going to be able to just break that board and create your board. Yes, you give your normal summon and it's not as good, but we have so many cards to help facilitate that. It's not that big of a deal. We lose a normal summon. We still have a ton of things here to help us cook. So I'll be honest with you, some of these cards are going to be changing out. If you guys subscribe to me on Twitch TV, YGOPaisano, you'll get access. You should be able to get a roll if you're subscribed on Twitch. Also, if you're a Patreon as well. I don't really do much with Patreons, I apologize. I gotta fix that. But Patreons or Twitch, you'll be able to get a roll to go on my Discord to see the finalized build of this deck list actually right now. So there are some cards that are going to be swapped out. I don't believe I play Ash in a finalized build, but right now we are playing 2 Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs. We're assigning Super Poly. We used to main this card, and instead of, we used to main 2 of these inside 1. The reason why we're signing this card is because, once again, if Kashiras lock out your spells and traps, this card's useless. It's good in certain matchups, but it's not good in other matchups, particularly the mirror match. This card's insane in the mirror match, but other matches is not as good. So instead of that, we're decided to play Book of Eclipse. I'll get to that in a second, though. We're running the 1 of Book of Eclipse, so once again, like I said, I'll talk about more Book of Eclipse in a second. 1 of Dark Hole, once again, Triple Tactics Dust will be in there soon, and 1 Duster. So that's the entire side deck. So I wanted to go. I mean, the extract's pretty much perfect in my opinion. There is talk about playing Dragoon, and here's the reason why I'm like 50-50 on playing Dragoon. I like Dragoon. I think Dragoon's great in certain matchups. It is insane. Maybe I'll consider siding it in the future. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't even own a Dragoon. I didn't even buy it yet. You really should pick it. It's like $10. Anyway, the reason why I don't play Dragoon because our first turn isn't based on building a Dragoon. Dragoon's great against Labyrinth, but against every other deck, it's decent. It's decent against Kashiras, and everything else it just gets like insanely bad. You're playing against this mirror match, and your opponent goes Dragoon, you're basically be able to stop it. With that said, I do think Dragoon's a great card, but I think, you know what else is better? Branded Expulsion, locking our opponent out turn 1. We played 4 rounds, we won 4 dice roll, and we won all game 1s that fast because we locked our opponent out game 1. You may not like it, but that's the current meta we're in right now. Artifact Scythe is banned for everybody except for branded Bystials. Every single time we win dice roll, and we resolve branded fusion or any other supplementary card, we're gonna go ahead and access branded explosion. And I'll talk about branded explosion in a bit after I talk about the rest of the deck. Once again, like I said, extract is pretty much the same. Branded explosion, we're still running this because it's insane. Ideally, we want to go banishment explosion set, and I'll talk about more about that in a second. Looking over into the main, we got 3 Elber, 3 Fallen Albaz, double Tri-Big Gamer Carrier. We're still running 3 Nibiru. It's a must-have card. Obviously, Rise Disciple. Spriggan's Kit is a new addition, and the reason why I like this card so much is because if you allure, and you allure away a Tri-Big Mercuria, but you don't have no access to Alibur, Kit will get you there. Yes, you're going to lose a card in your hand, but Summoning Kit will still get you access to Allure of Darkness. So now Allure of Darkness opens up even more now, because Allure will get us to the branded fusion line like this. So this will, and I'm not even talking about hard drawing it. I'm just talking about like just opening Allure Darkness and getting rid of this stuff. We have 6 card Allure Darkness. Hit any of these 3, that's gonna access this. All these will be accessed. It's a lot bigger than going before. Just Allure Darkness, banishing Mercuria, maybe getting Blazing Cartesius, or YOLOing a Albion. It's not as good. This adds way more consistency to the deck. It's a must-have card, and after testing with it, I'm convinced it's a must-have card. If you're looking down over here, over at our Bystials, once again, this is not the final build, but the Baldrake is going to be a second Lubellion. I actually bought 2 more Lubellions, so they're coming in the mail. So once again, once the finalized build is done, I'll be able to play that, and I'll show that off on the channel as well as any new changes I have, for you guys. Obviously, one of the best cards is going to be Saronir. It really works great with Lubellion. If you open Lubellion, I think it's better than opening Saronir, just because this card does so much more for you. But they're both great cards nonetheless. So they're excellent cards. That's your main monster count. For the spells, I think everything is pretty much the same except Book of Eclipse. So we took out Super Poly for Book of Eclipse, and the reason why is because if we're playing Kashiras and they don't like all our spells and traps, this card's better than going Super Poly on 2 monsters. Putting all their monsters face down gives us an opportunity to go ahead and just break their board, and we can easily break their board. So that's why I feel like Book of Eclipse is just much better of a card. I do like Book of Eclipse offensively and defensively. Once again, if I'm trying to play my game, my board has cards that say I can't do things, Book of Eclipse is going to help me do those things. Number 1. Number 2, obviously, Book of Eclipse more defensively helps out a lot as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I think are really important so we're all on the same page. So I'm going to talk about the lock because I love talking about this. I think it's really important. Going branded banishment and expulsion is something I do a lot as well. I think it's very, very important. To continue to do this. It's not just anymore going about just expulsion. You really ideally want to go both. So here's the kind of situation we're going to be having. We're going to go, let me just get some cards ready so we can talk about a couple of things, because one thing people were asking me the whole night was, how do I stop this? And there are some ways to stop this kind of lock, but there's a lot of ways for those lockers to continue going. So we'll go like this. I have Mirror Jade on board, uses effect. I sent Albion already. In my banish pile, obviously, I banished the Alubur. If you haven't seen the full combo, watch my other deck profile. You'll be able to see the full combo. But this is banished, and I have a... Oh, I forgot to lock a card. I have a Rasa Saipo in Graveyard, along with a... That's banished as well. So this is kind of my situation I have right here, okay? And you have a Saronir. We'll just say Saronir for whatever. So I have these 2 set. One of the best cards to stop this combo is ideally going to be Saronir. And the reason why is, it's going to be 2 Bystials you really should have. But Saronir's going to try to stop this. Okay, ready? You draw for your turn. You got turn play priority. If you activate Saronir, I can chain Branded Expulsion. Boom, your Saronir misses target and you get locked out. If I activate Branded Expulsion and I tribute my Mirror Jade, you cannot activate Saronir because I do not control a monster. So Mirror Jade's going to be able to resolve, and your Saronir's going to stay in your hand doing nothing. I'm going to get Alubur, you're going to get Rasa Saipo, and I'm going to add Branded Fusion to my hand. Obviously, we got Banishment to bring back the Mirror Jade. Another cool play I've been doing, well, I've been practicing. I think I did it like once or twice today, is I would do this play, right? They would do whatever, they'll pass turn, and I'll go during the end phase, I'm going to activate Branded Banishment. I'm going to bring back Mirror Jade, and we're going to use these 2. We're going to banish them, okay? And we're going to go into something. And, I mean, it's up to you what you want to go into. You could go into a Desperate Aquarius. I'm more a fan of going into a Masquerade. And of course, end phase, we're going to resolve Albion if we use Albion's effect. But the cool thing about this is is 5,500 on damage. It's banished. We can reset Granite Explosion. I made another deck profile. I keep saying Market Watch. Another deck profile talking about that. Serenade really strictly does nothing. You're going to need 2 Bystial monsters in order to really hit the Ross Disciple. Call by the Grave works as well, so if they have Call by the Grave, they can hit this with Call by the Grave. Another thing I'm personally trying to do is when I do my as I'm doing my combo, I'm trying to find a way to banish my Ross Disciple. So I'm okay with going Serenade right off the gate and getting rid of my Ross Disciple. It does open me up to Super Poly, so I have to watch out in the mirror match. But what it does also is when we go Granite Explosion, now we get these from banished, and our opponent can't do nothing about it. So it's a really good play. Obviously, I'm playing against the mirror match. I won't do this play. I'd rather leave the Ross Disciple in the graveyard. They're not going to get to it. Once again, once we have nothing on field, their Serenade does nothing. Any of the Bystials do nothing. A real way to stop this will probably be like Call by the Grave and Ghost Bell. Those probably could be the 2 best ways to stop this card in order for this combo to happen. I'm playing Ross Disciple right now. I might be changing it up. I'll have once again like my updated deck list. It's going to be on my Discord. There's a Discord for those that sub to me on Patreon. I highly recommend instead of subbing me on Patreon, go over to my Twitch TV, YGO_Paisano. Links gonna be down below. Go ahead, subscribe to it. If you have Amazon Prime, it's free. Definitely follow the channel, and you can watch my games live. But if you subscribe to it, you can see the finalized build of this deck. It's always subject to change. I'm always going back and forth on it. But as the current finalized build, and I think the finalized build is way better than this. But I don't have all the cards yet. They're all in the mail. I did buy them. They're just in the mail. Hopefully, once they get here, I'll be able to play the finalized build. I'll have another video coming out for that as well. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything like that, please make sure to leave them in the comments down below. It's your boy V, and you guys will have a great day.